attack the quarterback and one to attack the first pass, or some other combination of similar assignments. It's an incredibly flexible strategy given the mobility of having all players on the field in boosting pairs, but it can also be vulnerable to tube shots and long bounce shots if the chains are not quick enough to track down those shots. The 1-1-2 scheme you might consider as more of an alternative to the 2-2 scheme, where instead of sending a pair at the QB, that pair splits with one going to QB and one covering a pass option. This makes the first pass more predictable for the back chain, and so they can set up in a more favorable position to attack. And finally, man coverage is probably one of the most aggressive formations a defense can utilize. This scheme sends each player to cover each of the opposing team's players one-on-one. The idea is to take out all available options while also applying a pressure to the quarterback in order to force a bad pass or otherwise any manner of turnover. So long as you're aware of the position of your teammates and can quickly get back together to change your bubble in the event that the coverage breaks down, man coverage should only be moderately more vulnerable than a 2-2 or 1-1-2. So now I'm curious, what sorts of defensive schemes have you seen deployed? Which ones do you consider the most effective? Do you think I missed something or got something wrong? Or do you have any ideas for other 3-minute metas? Please leave them all in the comments below this video. I will be reading through all of them, so feedback is greatly appreciated. But that's it for this installment of 3-minute meta. In the next, we are going to cover initial attack vectors. I've been Monsieur Demouy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Good afternoon, Jacks and Jills. I'm Monsieur Demouy, and this is 3-Minute Meta. Let's talk about bubble offense. So you just got your team through mid, and you're now set to attack the bubble. There are two primary formations when attacking the bubble, deep and shallow. In a deep formation, you will typically have your backliner around double diamond or otherwise in the backfield. Two of your forwards will generally be split on either side of the trench, and you'll tend to have a striker somewhere in the bubble putting threat on the goal. The shallow formation is basically just a compressed version of the deep formation, putting the backline on or around bow tie, and with all three forwards either pressing the bubble or putting threat on the goal. The primary purpose of both formations is for the backliner to first draw out a defender, and for your team to press a numbers advantage. The ideal situation would see the backliner disabling this defender and rejoining the play. But even if the backliner gets tangled up, the numbers situation is still better for the offense. When considering the numbers when attacking the bubble, it is fair to consider the goalie as half a body. So even in what otherwise appears to be a 3v3 situation, it is functionally more like a 3v2.5 due to the fact that the goalie is committed to staying in goal but can still dive after cross passes and for 1v1s. So when we're talking about pressing this numbers advantage, it doesn't necessarily mean that the backliner is rejoining the play. So long as the backliner pulls that defender out, the three forwards can press a numbers advantage. Following this logic, however, means that going in 4v4 also presents a numbers advantage, but with so many bodies in the bubble, the spatial advantage will generally go to the defense. With too many bodies in such a small area, too many lanes are intersecting, and multiple lanes can be more easily covered by a single person. So pulling that defender out is typically the most efficient way to attack the bubble, for even if your backliner fails at getting back into the play, you are still in a more ideal situation. By attacking with a numbers advantage, you ensure that at least one of your players is mostly free of defensive coverage for the duration of the attack. This means that there's always an open lane to be exploited, and it's just a matter of executing on these open lanes until a viable shot lane or cut option presents itself. If for some reason you're unable to find that lane, consider a reset, as that fourth defender at that point is likely rejoining the play, and the more you try to force it forward, the more likely you are to make a mistake. It is also important to note my heavy use of words like tend to and typically in regards to these formations. The only real guidelines I would offer as far as your exact positioning is to stay spread out, always have threat on the goal, and be mindful of your backline. If at any point in time, from when you gain possession of the disc to when you are attacking the bubble, if you manage to get a defender stuck behind your backline, you have the advantage, and you should press and maintain this advantage all the way to the goal, every single time. So next week we are going to cover bubble defense. I know some of you have been patiently waiting for that one, and I love you for it. I can't wait to get it out to you. I also encourage anyone who has questions or comments to leave them below. I respond frequently and will sometimes pin contributions or rebuttals to the topics I cover. So really, let me know what you think. But I've been Monsieur Demouy. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Good afternoon, Jacks and Jills. I'm Matsuya Demui, and this is 3 Minute Meta. In this installment, we are going to cover resets. In the next couple videos, we will be going over neutral zone offense, but before we can do that, we need to touch on resets. A common synonym for reset is a back pass, but these are in fact two distinct things. A back pass is nothing more than the act of sending a pass to a teammate in the direction of your own goal. A reset, on the other hand, is a specific type of back pass with a specific purpose. When you send a reset to your backliner, you are in effect resetting the play. You are restarting your attack effort. When we talked about zones, we also talked about the two stages of attack in Echo Arena, and that these two stages are at mid and bubble. So when you are resetting the play, you are allowing your team to properly set up for an attack on either the mid or the bubble. In either situation, this setup is taking place in a neutral zone, and that back pass, that reset, is being sent to a player in the backfield of that given neutral zone. So when is it appropriate to reset the play? This is actually fairly simple to define. A reset will generally only occur in the following situations. 1. You've just broken through mid and are intending to set up to attack the bubble. 2. You just forced a turnover in your own zone. Or 3. Your first attempt to attack a zone failed and you have maintained or regained possession of the disc. This isn't to say that you should always reset in these situations. Rather, there just really aren't any other situations that will call for a reset. It's an obvious point to be sure, but only because in making it we ignore the nuance of exactly when a reset is most appropriate. Another important factor to consider when calling for a reset is your numbers situation. How many players do they have between the disc and the attack zone, and how many players do you have for a coordinated attack? If your number is smaller, you likely want to reset the play in order to obtain a better number situation. One of the most difficult bad habits to break in Echo Arena is the inclination to always be moving forward, which also makes resets one of the most difficult good habits for a team to develop. The core of the breakdown lies in a lack of strategic consideration. If you're in a situation that would otherwise call for a reset, you're likely in a situation where the defense has an advantage. If you continue to drive forward despite being at a disadvantage, you increase the chances that the defense will stop the drive and force a turnover. This is a poor strategic decision, even if it sometimes still earns you a goal. You have to train yourself both as a team and as an individual to recognize your strategic situation at any given time. Being able to break down the arena into simple terms, in this case numbers, makes it easier to keep an eye on the overall strategic situation. So long as you're aware of your number situation, you should typically be able to determine when it is appropriate to reset the play. So in the next two videos, we'll be going over neutral zone offense, which I break down into two sections: turnover offense and bubble offense. Following those videos will be my bubble defense episodes, so to those of you that have been requesting it, this is your roadmap to when I intend to deliver on that. But as always, I thank you very much for watching. I've been Matsuya Demui. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Good afternoon, Jacks and Jills. I'm Matsuya Demui, and this is 3 Minute Meta. Bubble defense is going to be the final topic I cover in what I am calling the core of this series. This is not the end of 3 Minute Meta, but it is the end of this more structured and general section. Each new video in the series will be covering a specific aspect of strategy, going into a short deep dive or breakdown of why strategy did or did not work in a given scenario, or covering other topics that this first section did not, such as launch configurations or more specific plays in a given scheme. But with that out of the way, let's talk about bubble defense. The concepts behind bubble defense are fairly simple and straightforward. If the offense breaks through mid, drop back and defend the bubble. Once you're in the bubble, coordinate your coverage. Cover lanes at the edge and cover bodies in the bubble. And most importantly, never leave the goal uncovered. Of course, in simplifying to such a degree, we're ignoring a lot of nuance and more specific strategies. But much like everything else in Echo Arena, the specifics can be innumerable, and the meta, particularly in regards to defense, is still actively evolving. When set up in the bubble, it is common to see the offense hold the disc deep in the neutral zone. Their intent is to draw out your defense. In general, if you have the lead, you can let them sit there and burn the clock down. However, if you are behind, all that time lost is time that you could use to regain the lead. If you decide to challenge the disc carrier, there are two general options: single or chain. The trade-offs here should be apparent. A single player is more vulnerable and will generally take longer to get back to the bubble, but if they get stuck out, you are down only that one player. A chain, on the other hand, may be more effective.
Hello everybody, welcome to VRML 1, and today we have a very special match on the EU side of things. It is Hellbent versus Envy. Luke, how are you doing today?
A hype match between these two teams, and I will tell you why. Because the winner of this match will come in second place into the finals in 2 weeks, May 15th and 16th. Both these teams ranked fourth, and the loser will be ranked fourth or fifth. The winner will be ranked second. So these teams are fighting to get that higher seeding to have a better time in the finals. May 15th, 16th. We're trying to get 1,000 viewers on the 16th. Here on Channel 1, we're going to have everything on one channel. Make sure you are there. Tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your family, tell your friends, and open it up on all your devices. But here we have a match on our hands. Hellbent against Envy. Round 1. JG, take it away.
Thank you so much, Luke, for that. And like you said, say it with me, May 15th and May 16th, as Dimwee says, is we're going to get that head joust. Matt Watchdog going to be getting that through with the side of Envy, grabbing the disc, taking it a little bit slow at the start, giving them that opportunity. But the side of Hellbent trying to get that through with Nowzy, getting that interception, looking for connection, taking it slow, but slow it will be as the side of Hellbent is going to get that stun through. It will be Maddie getting that connection reset, passing that down to Stody. Stody making the cut down to Nowzy, making it a 29-second goal.
Man, what a play from them. Absolutely smashing the back of the net early on. Envy take the early lead, but lots of time remaining. Hellbent looking to come back. A bit of an underdog story here. No one has faith in Hellbent, but I just want to see a round 3, which means they have to win at least one round. Maybe this is it, as Watchdog is going to pick it up, juke around the Geo, and juke it downfield, pass it up to AquaAllen over to Multi. It's going to just take some time. Pass back up to AquaAllen, just slowing down the pace of this game, as they do have the disc control and therefore can control it. Locky 11 up to Watchdog. Watchdog back to Locky. Locky diving in, but no, gets stunned immediately. It's going to get slapped right back down in the midfield.
It'll be sent right back down, as we're going to see who has to grab it. And it will be the side of Envy with BK doing a little bit of juking. It's going to be that fight for that disc, as AquaAllen's going to get it. Potentially going for the 3. It's going to be a little bit too high, as they're going to go for the second shot. Now tying it up with a nice response by Watchdog, only 40 seconds in.
Man, back and forth gameplay, that's what I want to see, especially fighting for that round, that second place finish here in Season 3, going into the finals. Both these teams not worried about relegation, but these teams are fighting to get that higher seeding. Higher and pride is what they're fighting for here today. Stody now up to BK. BK back from the reset pass to Technile. Technile up to BK. BK just passing for the stacks there. What good stacking, as we do expect to see that from Hellbent, as they do get the turnover, and they are going to slap it back down into the blue half.
What a nice stack by the side of Hellbent, as they're going to be potentially going for that 3-pointer. It's going to be unfortunately not able to make that connection, as it will be a repossession. Oh, and actually not a repossession, excuse me, as AquaAllen's going to get that rebounds. Going to be taking it slow, going to be trying to find for a connection, as it will be BK with the interception, back and forth, but that back and forth is going to be on the favor of Envy, as they're going to send it right back into Hellbent's side.
Right back. Please, someone do tell me how to say Tenile better. I don't know. Simply, Alina, please tell me, because I have no idea. As it is going to go into the hands of Multi. Multi all the way through. The stacks are there, but the stacks get stunned as well. There's the second stack, but they the post. It's still on in. Third time's the charm. Locky 11 finish it off. Just say Niles. All right. It is going to be Locky 11, though, sinking it in. Hellbent takes the lead 4-2.
Yeah, Niles seems easy enough, but we have a nice start from Hellbent, as even with those slight slip-ups at the beginning, as they were inside of Envy's bubble, they still were able to recover it and get it down into that goal. So it's going to be a nice starting momentum, as this game is incredibly fast, so anything can happen, as it will be Stody going for the 3-pointer, only 8 seconds in to this joust. Luke, wow, what a great response by the side of Envy.
Yeah, I mean, that's powerful, especially those threes. Threes win games, and Envy's looking to win this one. 5-4 now is the score, but we do have 6.5 minutes remaining, just over 6 more like. But Locky 11's going to pass it quickly up to Watchdog. Watchdog over to his teammate Multi. Multi back for the reset pass. Man, I love these passing, but I like these stacks. These stacks are fire. They're lightning, and it's going to be passed over to Niles. And Niles is not going to take the 3 because there is a back, but he's going to pass to his teammate BK. BK back to Stokey. Stokey. These stacks are so good, man. I love to see it. I love to see this fast gameplay. And this is just a taste of what you're going to see in the Challenger Cup and the finals, May 8th, May 15th, 16th. Make sure you are there. You are there to party with us all day, channel 1, 2, and 3. As this is just a taste of what we will see, but it's going to go up to BK. BK now just going to slow down the pace finally, but the cut pass is there. Deep. And oh, that stuff. Locky 11 gets the clear and the stuff. Great work from him as he's going to finish it all the way downfield. Maybe that's a bounce shot, but no, just going to bounce out of the bubble.
It was still a great side from Hellbent as they did a great recovery, saving it so close to that goal. But speaking of which, the caster's curse is going to be here with me as he will be sent right back down. Are they going to be able to respond as Maddie is going to try and get it through, but it's going to be an unfortunate dig as they will be sent right back down through with Niles able to get that interception, keeping it on the side of Hellbent as they're going to be trying to slow it down a little bit, trying to find those connections as these connections are fire as he's going to be passing it down to Stody. Stody passing it down to Nile. Nile down into the goal, close to a top pocket. But that's going to be a nice response as now Envy has a 3-point lead.
Man, great work from Envy coming into this matchup as the fan favorite. And I can see why. His 3-point lead isn't a huge lead, but in this back and forth game, it does give you a certain advantage. That 3 really paying off its dividends. But Locky is going to go quick passing up. The stack is there to recover it. Unfortunate bounce. They're not able to read it, but now they're going to turn around. Stody is going to get the clear as well, and those stacks are going to be red. Defensive stacks coming through. Bouncing high, though. Bouncing high into the hands of Locky. That's not the clear he was looking for. It's going to go low, but the stack is there from Niles. Niles passing it upfield to Maddie. Maddie up to BK. BK gets stunned in the bubble, and it's going to get turned right back the other way by Multi.
It's looking very close to that goal, but Hellbent making a nice response. This is going super quick as Watchdog is going to be potentially doing a solo and is going to make it for that nice response. We are halfway through, and both of these teams are a great competition. I feel like for this first round, Luke, that both sides are given a really nice back and forth game. So this is extremely exciting. I can't wait to see what happens at the end of this first round.
I certainly can. Simply Alina is looking forward. I can only imagine to Envy because, you know, Maddie is playing, or just a fan. But let me know what you guys think in chat. Who's going to take it? All you chat ghosts. Who is going to win this game? Is it certainly a nail biter? But it's going to be passed down to BK. BK over to reset plays. But these stacks are just so quick. Oh my god, that was a missed pass. So the stack is there. They're there to punish. They're there to play. That's a long shot, but it hit the Geo. And it's going to be not a long 3. It's instead going to bounce into the hands of BK to look back.
Hellbent coming in with the great opportunities. They used the mistakes off of Envy to use them well, as the movement that they had at the beginning was not good, as it will be a reset from the side of Envy. And that mistake, once again, Hellbent used that to their advantage. Is that going to be sent right down through? It's going to be a little bit too high on that goal. Might have made it if it went in towards that goal, if it was aimed correctly. But it's going to be staying on the side as Locky's able to gain that disc. Looking for a connection. Passed down to Watchdog. Watchdog looking for something, as it will be passed down to Locky once again. Locky making a reset down to Aki Allen. Aki Allen going to be passing it down to Multi. Multi down to bring around the Rosie, as will be Watchdog with that disc, making a ding, as will be sent back, as BK is going to anchor that right back down into Hellbent's side.
It is going to go into the hands of BK. BK going all the way across to Niles. Niles back up to Stody. Stody, BK. BK, not the back of the net.
Wow.
Multi denying it. What a save. And that is going to bounce back right into the hands of Maddie to continue this offense. But Maddie going for the shot to Stody. Stody over to BK. BK, is it over? No, it's not. It's over, but it's through. And now it's going to be the reset pass. Cut pass. Doesn't find the back of the net, but Stody will eventually. 9-6. Envy take a 3-point lead.
What a great... They got a great save. Hellbent got a great save there, but Envy was there to respond back extremely well. And Low IQ saying, check out ignitevr.gg/spark. Yes, we want to normalize that, as that helps us, the casters, and it gives you the stats. And gets you personal details that you normally wouldn't get without doing some heavy research. But speaking of which, it will be Envy having a 3-point lead at the start of this, as it will be Locky with that disc, fortunately fumbling with it. But he's going to be taking it slow. A good idea, as nobody is giving that pressure. As it's passed down to Watchdog. Watchdog having that disc, passing it down to Locky. Locky sending it down, and a great opportunity as he stunned out that goalie right on the time, getting them that 2-pointer. It's now only a 1-point lead for Envy.
But yeah, man, really back and forth game. Envy doing work, but Hellbent is right at their heels. Hellbent for victory. What a bad pun, but it's true. It's gonna go low, and that's not gonna go through. That's gonna be picked up by the stack, almost in. But it is gonna get picked up eventually by Multi, who is going to go right back into the midfield and right back the other way. But this offense isn't over. Stody, he's burning time. He's burning effort, as it's gonna get passed and back into the sky, as it is maybe gonna get a turnover. Yes, we will. Oh my God, what's gonna happen here? Long three. Oh.
This is going to be BK with that nice send. This is going to be cleared right through. We only have 15 seconds left. It looks like Envy's going to be able to respond well, sealing the deal for this first round, as that will be the side of Envy getting a 3-point lead for this first round.
Man, oh man. What a game. Envy got this, says Simply Alina. But man.
What a first round, Luke.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. I was expecting a game, but this is a game times 2 as we are heading just into the second round. I hope we see a round 3. I hope everyone's getting 3K points on them. Low IQ, my man. Always for supporting in the chat. Huge shout out to you guys. But also, huge shout out to all you taking the time to watch this stream. And make sure you all do. Next weekend, May 8th, is the Challenger Cup. I will not say it enough. It's going to be super hype. EU, NA across all 3 channels all day. 72 matches. Make sure you are there. And in the following weekend, May 15th, May 16th, we are having the finals. The winner of the Challenger Cups, 2 of them for EU, 2 of them for NA, is going to start Season 4 in the Master Tier, but also they're going to play in the finals in the Master Tier. May 15th, 16th, all of that action will be on our Twitter. Make sure you follow us there, EchoArena_VRML, to see whenever we go live across all channels. But on the 16th, we are going to see every single meaningful Masters matchup for the final grand finals. Will be on Channel 1 right here, right then, next week on Sunday. Make sure you tune in. We're trying to break 1,000 viewers. It's going to be super hype, just like this game. And here we go, round 2. JG, take us in.
Yeah, May 15th, May 16th. Cannot say that enough, which is why I want to get 1K concurrent viewers on one of these, as this is going to be a very quick head joust. The side of Hellbent doing a little bit of missing there on the stack, but is going to send it clear right down through, as it's going to be super close, bouncing, unfortunately, making a fumble, as Niles is able to recover that, sending that down through mid, as it will be a little bit fumbling at the start of this, as the second round is looking very close. Which stack is going to be there? And it will be Hellbent making that recovery. Going to be looking like it will be the side of Hellbent sending that through, and it will get into the tunnel. Let's see who can grab this, as it will be a reset, but unfortunately that is going to be a miscommunication.
It's going to be a bit of miscommunication there.
Wow.
But Watchdog is going to throw it in for 2. Hellbent sinks it in. Takes the lead early on in the second round.
That was such a slam shot, at least from my angle. That was just crazy fast. As that is going to give Hellbent the first lead. Maybe this is the maybe the second round is going to give them this lead that they needed. But we're going to have to see, as it will be Envy with the joust, as it's going to be sent right down through. BK getting that disc, passing it down to Stody. Stody making a reset down to Maddie's. Maddie's going to send that down to Niall. Niall down to Stody. Stody going to be trying to find a connection of some sort, as it's going to be looking like Niles could not find the disc, as Stody can find the disc, down to Niles for the slam dunk, making an amazing response. Only 24 seconds into this joust.
Yeah, man, really back and forth game so far. Envy's hungry for this 2-0 sweep. They're hungry for that second position in the Master Division EU, but so is Hellbent, and now they do have the joust advantage. What can we see? Here we go. Locky slapping it down to Watchdog. Watchdog, quick pass to Multi. Multi, quick pass to Aki Allen. and he's just going to reset to buy some space and time, as there's none of it here in this match. Both these stacks are so quick, so fast, and that's going to be Maddie to shoot it right back the other way.
There's going to be some great movements at this, but unfortunately, it will be actually Locky getting the send back through. Who's going to make it? Be Hellbent or Envy. It's going to be a fight for that disc, making a bounce off of that cloud, as that Geo's like what we like to call it. As Watchdog is going to barely skim it, as it will be looking like Maddie's going to go for the slow but sure 2-pointer at that, as that will now be a 2-point lead for Envy.
Man, oh man. Envy, 2 unanswered goals. Wow, these guys are fast too. Yeah, Momo Cake, I certainly hope so. This is the top of EU Master Division. This is just a taste of what we're going to get all day, all night during Finals and Challenger Cup. But it's going to be a quick stack there. But Niles is going to go right back the other way. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's a long 3. He hits those! 7-point lead, 5-point lead, 7-2. Envy.
That is a 5-point lead. That was just skimming that. It was like, it's kind of like when you're, it's like one of those movies on how you're barely sliding through that, sliding door coming down and you just skim it. That was a moment that I like to call it or compare it to, as Aki Allen's going to send that down through. Pass to the defense is this stack from Hellbent's doing really good, as it will be a catch from Watchdog, but Niles with that interception, sending that down onto mid and actually into Hellbent's side, as Hellbent will get that recovery.
Hellbent will get at the recovery. They want to turn it back. They want to get some points on the boards of their own. Maybe a 3, but it's going to be passed low. Unfortunately, just ahead of the stack, a little bit too aggressive. But Niles is going to get that punishment, and punish it is. It's going to bounce high, and into the trap area, as it is always trapped there. But it's going to be crossed across now into the hands of Multi over. No, Maddie gets the turnover. Turning it over Fox, BK, Niles, Stody going for the cut, but no, Watchdog is watching that pass, and he's going to turn it right back around, but it's an open 3. He's instead going to go for the pass. Maddie down and out, as they are going to buy some time here on the offense, but only a moment to breathe, and it is going to be Niles sinking it in. 9-2, 7-point lead, Envy.
There's a couple of fumbles there, but Envy did a great job responding, as there was a save from the Hellbent side. But as you saw before, as they had somebody at Envy sitting at bow ties, this Geo's right there, and they had a great recovery, just sending it back through, pressure on the side of Hellbent. So they are given good pressure, but we got to see what they can do, as they need to start playing more offensive, as this is a 7-point lead for Envy, as they have that lead, as it's halfway through. We're going to have to see what happens. Luke, take it away.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be in the bubble. It's going to be picked up, though, by Maddie, low, Stody, up to BK, over to Niles, and Niles is going to sink it in. Envy is running away with this one in the mid-game, but still half the game remaining.
That is going to be a great... Luke, Envy's momentum right now is honestly crazy. They got the flow going on for this second round. This might be taken in 2, but we still have a hope for Hellbent, as there's still so much time for them to come back. They just need to get a good couple of points, good momentum. But speaking of which, Niles is going to hear me and say no thank you, as it's going to be sent down through with Stody trying to go for that long 3, a little bit slow, and it won't make that shot, but it will be Lucky sending that down with an unfortunate bounce off of Geo. It's staying in the side of Hellbent, as Hellbent needs to get this down onto the other side. Stody gonna be getting Niles, actually making that interception, hiding perfectly, as that disc is gonna be airborne for a little bit with nobody gaining that possession. It will be Watchdogs with that disc, sending it down through, but it will be Maddie getting that stun off from the side of Hellbent, actually, and it will be sent right back down through with Hellbent making some unfortunate and weird bounces. But the momentum's finally there. Let's see if they can make a point, as it will be missed. Locky gonna go for the pointer, making a cut down to Multi, as he is gonna make that multi-pass into the goal, getting their second 2-pointer. It is now a, hold on, what's my math thinking? 7-point difference for Envy coming up with this lead, but maybe this momentum is gonna be really good, and we might be able to see this as, this game's intense, Luke.
Man, this is a nail-biter. 3.5 minutes left. Hellbent is looking to score more points, but Niles wants none of that. Envy wants none of that. They want to end this game, and they're going to do... Oh, no! Aku Allen picking it up, but getting the self-goal. What a save! But unfortunately, oh no. But, okay. 11 points, 3 minutes. That's at least 4 goals if it's 3s. They're in it to win it. Even if it was all 5 goals, even if it is 5 goals, it's still possible. And that's certainly going to help us. That's missed by all the blue team members. And that's going to be a stack. Oh, also missing. Oh, no. And it is going to get the clear from Envy going back the other way.
I've just got to say is that 2-pointer was better than a 3-pointer. That's going to be the start off with the bounce off of the defender of Hellbent. Oh my god, that is a great momentum as it's now an 11-point lead. I think it was a 9-point lead beforehand, but now it's an 11-point, now is an 11-point lead. But people are already saying GG in the chat. Never say never, as anything can happen in this game, as there will be Watchdog sending that down through with nobody able to get it. But Maddie with the disc sending that down through tunnels, as there will be a catch from the side of Hellbent. Hellbent possibly going for a boop shot, not going to make it. Actually trying to go for a pass possibly, as it's going to be contested. Maddie sending that down through, but Watchdog with the disc trying to go for that 3-pointer. What a shot!
See, there we go. GG's in the chat. Momo Cake. Oh, I know you know who Envy is. But I'm just trying to hype up the May 15-16 finals to make sure you guys are there. But it's not GG's over. Hellbent has Hellbent for this victory. Is it though, GG's? 8 points? No, it's still possible. 3 threes. That's easily doable. They can do it. But that's not going to help. That's going to be a pass downfield to Stody. They need to get this turnover quick. They need to get this turnover now. They're going to get the stuns, but they're not going to get the disc. They're going to get instead a reset, wasting this valuable time. But the stuns are there. The stuns are so quick. They're so deadly, but they are unfortunately not going to get a turnover just yet. Niles, though, is just going to pass up in field, working their way up, and they are not going to find the back of the net. Aku Allen is going to pick it up, slap it the other way. Is the stack there? Is the stack ready? Are they? No, the stuns are coming through. Eventually they will get there, but it's going to be a turnover in the bubble. In the trap. Ooh. And now Aku Allen, long shot, intercepted by Stody, and that is going to be the game. But it's not over. There is still time to score more points. Although they might not be able to win it, they can definitely get that point differential down or up, as Niles is going to walk in for the cut pass, and he's going to pass it back, and Dipsy doodling in the net. 10-point lead, Envy.
Wow. I've just got to say that this was an intense match, especially for a Masters game. You just gotta, it's always great to see this fast-paced movement. Everything is happening so quickly. The stacks are quick. Everything's quick. It's crazy, and this has been a crazy game. Let's see if they can make a final response, as that was almost an interception from Envy, as it's going to be sent right down onto Envy's side, but the stack is there to defend, as Lockie's going to get that interception. Oh, it's going to be a stun off, and it will be the end of this round with the possible one more point. Aki Allen going to send it through, saving them from another pointer from the side of Envy. Luke, what are your thoughts on what happened during this match? Because it was pretty crazy.
And this was so intense. This was great. GG, well played, everyone. I certainly agree. While Envy may have taken this game in 2, I agree with Momo Cake, though. Envy did get faster. Both these teams were finding their passes. Both these teams were playing their hearts out. But Envy, at the end of the day, was the one that was just the faster team, getting more turnovers, and I would dare say even more accurate in their stacks. Because Hellbent had lots of great stacks going and pressuring their team, Envy team, but they just weren't right on the target. Well, a lot of the time I felt Envy was to get those turnovers and to get that W, and that was so much fun to watch. Once again, this is just a taste of what we're going to get all day on May 8th in the Challenger Cup. EUNA 1, 2, 3 channels are VRML, Echo Arena _ VRML 1, 2, and 3. Well, I guess 0. There's no number in this channel. But this channel, and 2 and 3 for the Challenger Cup. And the following week, May 15th, 16th, all day, we are going to have some hype matches just like this one. So make sure you are there. We would love to have you. We need you, because we love to have your support in time watching this game. We all know and love Echo Arena. It's just not quite the same without you guys. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch and enjoy this game we all know and love. Also, huge shout out to all our sponsors: ProTube VR, Styrian Products, Fixed Gaming, VR Cover, HyperX, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net. As always, Low IQ, thank you for the link. IgniteVR.gg /Spark is where we get all our stats from below us. Hellbent and Envy. Let's take a quick look at them, JG.
Yeah, so what we're going to have to see is that Stody and Niles were the biggest factors on getting the most amount of points, as Stody got 10 and Niles got 12. And on the side of Hellbent, it was Locky and Watchdog coming on with the most points. There was a lot of sides, but for the possession, it was much more on the favor of Envy, as they had a 57% or 7 minutes and 21 seconds compared to Hellbent, which only had a 43% possession and or 5 minutes and 27 seconds. The shots taken were actually pretty equal, as only 13 from Hellbent and 18 from Envy, and with the assists, a lot more Envy assist, and everything else pretty equal, as saves were somewhat equal, as actually there's a lot more saves on Hellbent. They did a great job with their saves on Hellbent, but Envy was able to push it far enough and get it down through that they were able to successfully get it down into it, and stuns pretty equal, as a 58 to 42. But yeah, there was a lot of good saves, and shout out to Hellbent for at least having one save per team, as Locky and Akialan had one and Multi and Watchdog had two, and on the side of Envy it was only BK and Niles with the 2 saves. Once again, I just like to give a shout out to Ignite and or Spark. Yeah, Spark. Ignite, whatever. Spark! If you guys haven't already, you can be on your Quest, you can be on your PC, no matter what. It is the best thing in the world to get that installed onto your computer. You don't even need to have a good computer. You could just run this in your background, and it can help with casters, it can help with everything. And I would hopefully love to see what happens, and hopefully we can get a lot more people to use Spark, because it really helps a lot of people. And if you haven't already, check the link, as Low-IQ sent that in. Download on your computer, and as soon as you play, if you play on Quest, you want to do, as soon as you turn on your Quest, do find Quest IP, and it will find your IP. No need to worry about anything else. It will automatically connect, and if you're on your PC while playing, it could be on the link or whatever, it will just say do link IP, or do find PC, or the local IP. That's what it is. It's like the 127 whatever. But use it. It's really good. You can get information, and if you go onto Ignite's website and or Spark's website, you can find your personal status. You can get your estimates of what's your main hand, what's your height, I don't know, you should probably go to the doctor because it's an estimate, but you can get a lot of stats, and you can see a lot of information that you might not see in the game. But yeah, this has been a great match with me on this cast. This has been VRML 1. Luke, the amazing Luke, has been my co-caster. I've been on cams and casting. But this has been a great match, but other than that, this has been VRML 1. Stay Vibalicious, but until next time, we will see you guys later.
And we're underway. Season 3 of VR Master League Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Rebuff Reality, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.